Hi, good morning. So, there's a message this morning about this moment in time right now, and maybe it's only for certain places. Take take what you feel about this. It's sort of a feeling thing about where we are in summer right now. So, let's see if I can try to articulate this. We've got a different cat today. He's our more grounded cat. Sometimes. Oh, yeah, that's a whole other tangent. Anyway, so right now we're in, let's say at the time of this, it's mid-August. So it's August 19th. We're tipping into, there's like a tipping vibe to this feeling. Like tipping from peak summer into late summer. We're tipping from mid-August, like week 2 into week 3. That's what it feels like. And in traditional Chinese medicine, this is a big theme of this message coming through. And I only know enough to be dangerous. I've read I haven't finished it yet, the Emperor's Yellow Handbook. What is it called? See, I always get the words of that book wrong, and I feel like it's on block for some reason. It's like I'm meant to be blocked on knowing, like always, and remembering the name of that book. It's so funny. And I've studied shiatsu, acupressure points, the meridians, the seasons, the 5-element theory. Like I've studied all of this, but it's not like I'm an expert in it by any stretch. So take that as a little grain of salt for all of this. You might come back and say, oh, that's not right. So Google it. So, and let me know where I'm not accurate in this. So, now the other cat's going bonkers. Maybe that's something about this reading or this message. So anyway, here we are in mid-August, tipping into later August. We're moving from, in traditional Chinese medicine, the period of summer or peak summer or just summer into late summer. So there's a distinct difference in traditional Chinese medicine between summer and late summer, and it happens around the 3rd week of August. So when I started feeling all this stuff peaking this week, I was like, oh, there's something there, because the organs that govern summer are the pericardium, the lining around the heart, and the triple heater, or sanjiao. Sanjiao. When I lived in China, I learned Chinese. So that's how you'd say sanjiao, which is triple heater, triple burner, and it governs, it's like this, it's not a specific organ, but it governs like the fluid systems of the core part of the body, like the different compartments. And to me, I get a feeling that that system keeps everything in balance and flowing and trying to not be stagnant. And stagnation is a theme for this message. So then we go into late summer. So anyway, those are all fire elements. The pericardium, or heart protector, is this fluid-filled sac around the heart. So it's like a pressure absorber, And then the sanjiao, or triple burner, triple heater, it goes by many names, is the fluid regulator system. And it's all the fire element in the 5-element theory. Hot. And then we tip into late summer right now, and we're moving into the earth element. And those organs that are governed by late summer are the spleen and the stomach. And that has all to do with digestion and processing what we've consumed to make it nourishing for the whole body. It feels like a very grounding. So we go from this fire, like a lot of movement, heat, things needing to be protected, fluids needing to be regulated. There's like damp heat in the body from all the humidity of this time of year. So there can be a lot of stagnation, swelling, feeling like sluggish, feeling irritated. That goes with that feeling as well. And then moving into summer or late summer with spleen and stomach, like that can be ruled by, like, there's also joy. So when I think about the elements, and especially like in tarot and traditional Chinese medicine, it's like, what elements are we really needing right now? So take all of that, see how it fits with how you're feeling right now in your life. What I've been noticing in my practice as a body worker is a lot of fluid stagnation, a lot of tissues that feel full, that feel like, oh, I just wish I could help this get moving. I feel it in my own body. Like this summer, I have felt so stagnant. And some days I'll wake up and I'm like, oh, good, it's moving. And other days, no. And the number on the scale is not being reflective of like what's happening. You know what I mean? Do you feel like something's not right? Something's stagnant? Like it feels frustrating. It feels like, so. And the other thing I'm like clients I speak with about how they're feeling. We're always talking about how they're feeling. That's what I do. It's for a living. So it feels like some people do feel that frustration energy, or like they just can't be out with people right now because they feel the fire element. They're like, they don't want to, react at people because that's not how they really are. But they feel that not feeling good in your own body has that way of like translating to like out in the world, with other people. So if you're feeling that, apparently it's the theme of the times. Don't feel bad about it. And people are feeling like this summer in particular has been so weird. I'm here in the Midwest, Central Illinois. So wherever you are, it may not be this way. But where we are, and even in the South, Southeast, and I talk with people, this is like a theme there as well. Also East, and maybe even into the Northeast a little bit, and maybe even north in the Midwest a little bit. So wherever you are, you might feel it too, regardless of this area in the world. So anyway, this particular year has been weird. This summer has felt like not an enjoyable summer. Where's our joy? I don't think a lot of us have been connected to our joy this summer. And that has felt like stagnation. Like joy gets all that icky stuff moving. We can move through the icky stuff with joy pulling us forward. Like we're tipping into summer where things get grounded, fluids can move, digestion can be moved. It's the movement of that, if whatever was stagnant. So it's like when we're out of connection with that element, it's like, oh, we do feel that damp heat inside, the heat of, and the damp of like our tissues feel like, oh, poofy maybe, but firm poofy. So it's like, and our joints can feel achy. So many of us have sinus pressure. Like, do you know the number of facial massages I've given this summer as opposed to other summers? I've only been doing this a few summers. Take that with a grain of salt. But like right now, especially the last couple weeks, oh my God, everybody wants this moved. We're doing a lot of lymph duct opening lately. Have you felt your lymph system just feeling like, ugh? You're not alone. So there was something else. Oh, back to the summer that's been weird. Hold on. I need more fluids. The summer weirdness has come from like, at the start of summer, there was a lot of, oh, yay, summer. And then something felt, and this is a very energetic feeling, but a very elemental weather feeling. I'm getting a hot flash. It's a moist heat, damp heat, moving or not moving. It just feels like it cycles. But I also, hot flashes. So this summer has felt like, oh, we had some hope. We had some like, yay, it's coming. And then it was like late June, early July. The intense heat set in. I'm talking late upper 90s. The felt like was always like low 100s here. That's nasty. We had the worst humidity. It was just, oh, it feels like I feel right now. I'm like, oh, there's no air moving. I need a fan right now. This is what it felt like in that part of summer where we should be like, yay, 4th of July barbecues, let's be out on the water. And yeah, I got a little bit of that time, but it was like, I just need a fan and some ice. And then we started barely coming out of that. And then we had like where we thought we would get to the peak summer where things are start to drying out in August. The corn has peaked. The farmers are like, yay, we're gonna start drying out our crops so we can harvest on time. Farmers, correct me if I'm wrong, but like we're no longer concerned about like enough water for the crops. We still wanted some, but what happened was we got like no water. It was like, oh, are the crops gonna dry out early? How's that gonna affect harvest time and the yield? Like, what are we yielding? Is it going to be fruitful enough, like what we had hoped? It's almost like this whole summer, this whole theme has been a mismatch of expectations. Does that feel like it's played out in your life this summer in other ways? And then we got all the rains, like too late though. And now it's like, wait a minute, the crops like started drying out early and now all the rains come and now it feels like is the harvest going to be off because now they have to wait longer into the season for things to dry out. So again, it's like this weird heat, moisture, mismatched expectations affects the yield of something, affects like us guarding our joy a little bit. Like, oh, it's like we can't be like enthusiastic or joyful. We're always like it's almost like put back on our heels a little bit, but also guarding our like setting low expectations, but hoping, like our hope has been dampened by this heat. So it's like all these things feel intertwined right now, and I've been feeling it the last couple of weeks growing of like this time feels like a little weird in that way. And then here specifically, we got all the rain. Everybody's basement's flooded. And there's a whole other thing I've been feeling about that I'll maybe do a different video on. But it was like all the things in our depths of our basements, metaphor, got flooded. And now we're having to deal with it. It's like we have no choice but to deal with it. And I know others won't agree with me, but what I feel energetically is like, or kind of a little, it's like the blessing in disguise feeling. We're like, oh, we were forced to deal with it. Oh, maybe I will go into this. This feels, oh, I'm getting all the chills. This is related. It's like the feeling of, okay, somebody did something that forced the issue that I have to deal with this now. It's not pleasant by any stretch, but at least I was forced to deal with it because I've been wanting to be forced to deal with it. Does that resonate for you in some part of your life? Oh my God. So, and people did it in a very, like in our town, when everybody's basement's flooded, and this is probably translating to you in your life in some way, maybe, no matter where you are in the world, it was like people, yeah, it wasn't pleasant, but the normal amount of like reactivity, crotchety, like, you know, honestly, just a little bit of mean-heartedness that isn't our norm, that was coming out before in that damp heat stagnation part of summer, now is tipping into with the rains as we go into late summer, where people were like helping each other through this tragedy and like saying, here's where you can get sump pumps, don't go there, they just ran out. What's our city doing, guys? It's like a rallying together kind of vibe, like, and then the city responded with like dumpsters and like, you know, where at first the very first part of this felt stagnant. We were like, hey, what's our city doing? Crickets. We don't hear, like, are we gonna get any help? Are there FEMA funds? Are there like, there was all this like, all the people were rallying to say like, hey, we need help. I think, hey guys, help is available. Who's leading the way? And then nothing from the authorities. We're like, oh, are we alone in this? And then the city stepped in. Multiple cities stepped in, and then people were like saying, hey, I found this, and sharing resources, and that felt joyful and collaborative. And so it feels like, I'm getting all the chills, it feels like we're tipping out of stagnation. I wouldn't be surprised if I wake up tomorrow and I'm like a little less I feel like you might feel that way too, like our fluids are going to start moving. I've been doing a lot of lymph duct opening with people, so you could do some chest tapping, do some like self-gentle like massage, be joyful, tap into joy, and then like look forward a little bit, like, oh yeah, here's the other thing, here's the first indication in hindsight now that this was going to be the trajectory. And it always is. I mean, seasons move, seasons change. But a few weeks back, it was like I smelled the first hint of autumn in the air when it didn't make sense. And usually when the first time you sense it, it doesn't make sense because you're like, hey, we're deep into summer here. Like, it doesn't make sense. And so, and then sometimes I remember a year or two where it was early summer and then it has you second guessing yourself, doubting yourself, like that really doesn't make sense. That was probably a fluke. But this time it was like, okay, I don't think it's a fluke. It's just like, it was early and strong, like almost like if you want to get a little about it, like it was, hey, something hard's coming. You're gonna get through it. But it was like, just remember, there's like easy, smooth grounding times ahead when we ground into autumn. So anyway, pause for a moment. So as with everything, everything's perfect timing. So we'll leave on up that positive message. We're getting into the grounded late summer. Our digestion will start moving. Really treat yourself kindly. Eat things that are easy to digest. A lot of fiber to help things move. I don't know, whatever helps your fluids move and things like feel movey, you know. Try not to eat stagnant things. Treat yourself with kindness. Feel the joy. Know that we're grounding in all of that fire energy. You're not going to be reactive as much anymore. Things will start moving. And my husband got up, which was perfect timing because I was going to wrap this up because we got shit to do. Today is all our inspections for our both houses. Positive. Stay positive. Everything's gonna go smoothly. So we got to clean this place up. So thank you for being here. Let me know if this resonates and how your summer has been.